Hello guys and girls, how is it going? And welcome to FTB Horizons with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant and having yourself a great day. Now, I know I said before that I was generally not going to touch any of the new FTB packs, the 1.6 plus packs, but I scouted this one out and I've decided that it cannot be missed because this guy has tons and tons of cool stuff in there. You might have seen me tweeting about how it kind of took my interest, and since I've had a little nosy around, I've decided that we need to play this one. We do, because it's got some funky stuff in there. And it means that you guys can join in with me as well, which is nice with regular world downloads, which is something we can't really do with the diamond gear. So let's jump straight in and we'll have a little talk while we're doing it. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to change the terrain generation around a little bit, which is very nice. So we can go into here, and for world types, you're generally used to super flat, large biomes of plenty, but with this we have ATG, which is alternate terrain generation. And you'll very quickly see what that means in a second. Now we'll make sure that cheats are off and bonus chests are off because we don't want any of that cheaty stuff. And for the purpose of world downloads, we'll just call it, let's go with FTB Horizons, and we'll give it version 1. There we go. That sounds good to me. And pop, and we'll see what we get. Hopefully we get a decent spawn. I am very hopeful that we get a good one. So ATG, how it works is it will basically pick parts from biomes and it adds them together. So you get biomes of plenty bits, you'll get regular biome areas, they'll all be kind of mixed together, and it tries to make them as if you'd expect a world to be. So if you had like the Alps, at the top of the Alps you'd have all the big trees and the snowy areas and bits like that, and it will try and do that with this to give you a more realistic terrain generation, which is nice. Now, one thing I've noticed with the mods that have been incorporated in this is, and I'm just going to go and punch some wood because that's how we start. Oh, we've already got a bit of a nasty tank growing over there. With all of the mods in this, you'll find that a lot of them are ones that you're generally not going to be used to. So, for instance, the base mods that you're going to expect are still kind of regular. So we have thermal expansion, we have applied energistics and such, but we also have things like metallurgy and all metallurgy add-ons. Now, these will come in very handy for all processing and bits like that. And as far as FTB packs go, it's not something you're generally going to be playing with because it's never been in any of them before, which is nice. We also have a lot of the harvestry mods. So we have agriculture, we have Pam's harvestry, we have magic crops, we have all those funky type of things, which is nice. And that is why I'm going around now grabbing all of these drums just off here so we can get a little bit of food going nice and early. As far as terrain generation goes though, ATG does kind of take the #1 spot on that. We have got a couple of other things in that are going to change the generation around just a tad. But you will find one thing, and I've done this a few times. I've gone around, I've started some new worlds up, and with every single one that I've done that's had the ATG tag on it, I have had some insanely cool looking biomes. Literally everywhere I've been, I've just thought to myself, I can't get any better than this. This just looks too funky. And look at that under there. That just looks so cool. That is unbelievably cool. Alright, so let's do the basics. We're just going to grab as much stuff as we can. So we've already got some food. We start off with the materials in U because obviously we're doing that. Let's bring ourselves out of cheat mode, so we'll go into recipe mode so there's no cheaty business going down around here. And we're going to make our way over to this town because we're quite lucky that we started near a town, so we can do that. And I'm just going to grab all the things as I can. A lot of the stuff in here is stuff that I've never actually played with, which makes it quite fun because it means it's an experience for me and it'll be an experience for you guys. And like I say, I'll be putting out regular world downloads so you can go ahead and experience it for yourself if you want to go ahead and do that, which is nice. And I'm going to go and loot this town and see what funky things they have. They've already got loads of food, which is nice, and I'm guessing they might very possibly have some stuff that's loaded in their village, and I can already hear the villagers doing their little "her" thing. That's just how they roll. That is just how they roll. Now, can we get up to one of these places? I'm going to go and loot a lot of this stuff. We've already got some snowball seeds. That is insane. Alright, let's do this. So we'll grab one of you guys, and we're just going to go like this, and we're going to do some simple looting and grab some food, because the first thing we're going to want to sort out is grabbing some delicious foods for our little base that we're going to be making. Now, as far as foods go, I think what I want to go ahead and do is I want to try and get it so that we can rely mostly off of the magical crops, which is good. Now, that does mean that we have to do some mining, which is always a thing. But that's fine, because that's the fun of Minecraft. Now, let's see if any of these areas over here actually have any loot in them. There should be, hopefully, something that we can use. And this guy is going a little bit mental around here. Oh, there we go. We've already got a villager. I believe this is one of the Mistcraft villagers who's just chilling. Yeah. Let me inside, please. And we have, oh, a thing. We already have some things. Very, very nice. And we've got ourselves some pages. I'm just going to grab all this stuff. And I'm thinking we should probably make ourselves a crafting table and get ourselves an axe. Now, have we got... That's a good question. We have. Hey, there we go. Alright, so we'll just do this again. Grab ourselves some sticks, because we don't want to be wasting anything. And we'll make ourselves a axe, just to get ourselves going. There is a pick. And now we'll grab ourselves an axe. Hey, there we go. And I'm going to grab all these things. Alright, let's go see what stuff we've got inside here. We've got one of the Tinker's Construct houses as well, so it means we might be able to get some cool things from this guy. And then we'll probably do a little looky around, see if we can find anything cool. We need to get a bed, which is always a good start. And we need to get a few other things. We've got a load of stencils, and we've got our crafting tables as well, which is nice. So we can probably already make a few stone things if we get some stone. And we've got all these, which is nice. And we've already got obsidian, which is good, so we can get obsidian chisel. Ah, nice. Chiselhead pan, okay. I think I might just have to remember that this place is here. And then we can come back and grab some bits. Now I'm going to loot this guy's floor. Even though he probably doesn't want me to. I'm going to loot it anyway. And this will be our first Minecraft bed. Oh, isn't that nice? Okay, and we'll make our way over here. I'm thinking that on this side of the village to my right is where we're going to be setting this up. Now, this won't be a permanent area for our base, for the sole reason that there is a very nice taint field growing over there, and I'd rather not have that spreading to all my valuables. But if we can get ourselves just something set up for the time being, then we'll be alright. And there's all this horrible mud everywhere. I wonder if this just gives us... Is that just mud? It's just mud. Oh, mud. See, now a lot of the stuff in here I've never played with, so Pam's Harvestry is one of them. We also have Rotary Craft, which is one I've never played with as well. So that could be fun. Like I say, there are a lot of mods inside this that I've never really had the time to play with. And because they've never really been base items inside FTB packs and Technics pack, then, to be honest, I've not really had the time to do it. So I'm kind of interested to see whether this is going to work out and whether it's going to, you know, be fun. I think it's going to be. And I'm loving that I can see how many uses my tools have down in the bottom left. That is going to make life so much easier. But we're going to quickly dig down here and get like a little base all set up for us. And then we can lay down a bed. We'll do this and we'll grab our wool and make ourselves a nice little bed for the time being, just so we can have a sleep, because I know that it's starting to get dark out there eventually. So we'll pop that down there. And while that's doing its thing, let's just go and have a look and see if we can grab ourselves a few more bits and bobs from around. We have sunflowers down here, which is nice. We've got all these little porkers going around doing their thing. Just have to kind of remember where the base is as well, which is one thing that I would very much forget, but I think it's just here, yeah. Let's go on to our mini-map, and we'll put down a little marker for this place. We'll just call it home for the time being. There we go, and there's been a bit of a weird world terrain generation here. Huh, that's strange. Alright, let's go have a look around, see what we can find. I am impressed with this so far. Alright, so it is day 2, and I'm going to carry on my adventure to find a funky place to call home. Oh yeah, I'm going to grab all of this Pam's Harvestry stuff as we go. There's the cinnamon plants from agriculture. We do have Whalering, so it means that we'll be able to see all of the bits and bobs that the mods come from, which is nice. And I can spot a few things on my mini-map which I think are going to be worth a snoop. Oh yes, we have this little black blob over here. We have a circular Majubri up in the top left. So these are all definitely in need of a good old looking at to see what we can find. And you know, if we can find some good areas, then maybe we can find a place to call home. Once we've found a place to call home, I'll then begin the mining. Yes. Now a good thing with the... Oh yeah, we found something good. We've got ourselves a ender pearl. We've got some nether warts, nice. Some nether quartz, some iron, a yeta wrench from Ender.io, peanuts, oh yeah, canola seeds, wow, iron, these more canola? These are canola and a bucket, and I'll give you a fence in return for being so nice to me. So let's keep going in this direction. Like I say, there was a funky thing up this side that I really want to, you know, check out. The good thing with having all of the Pam's Harvestry stuff means that we can munch as we go, which is brilliant. And I'm going to eat myself some of this. Unfortunately, this is not very nourishing, but it does the trick and it keeps us going. So we'll just make our way around here and go have a look at this weird thing over here, whatever that could be. It looks like some sort of altar of some description. Yeah, it's probably an altar of some description. I'm going to go with that. Hey, there we go. So this episode is literally going to be just finding a good place to spawn. I think that's what we're going to go with. I want a nice area that has maybe hills on both sides with a nice flat area in the, you know, inside it. The area to my right kind of looks a little bit hilly, so we might have to keep going around trying to find something a little bit nice. Oh, here we go. So we've got a thing. This is a thing. This is no idea what this thing is, but we have a thing. And it looks like there's stuff underneath it. Oh, where's my pickaxe? Is this lava? I saw some... There was definitely something coming off this guy. Huh. I'm sure I saw something coming off that. Some sort of weird little thing. Have a look on this side. Aha, there we go. It is a monster spawner for witches. So I'm guessing this is something to do with witchcraft, maybe. Or witchery, as it likes to be called. Huh. So we'll remember about that, because that can come in useful, because witches are always useful. So let's keep on our adventure and see what we can find. And look what I've managed to stumble across. I have come across one of these funky looking spider trees, and we all know what you can find in spider trees. You can find awesome loots. Oh yeah, and look at this beach as well. I'm actually really liking this beach. It might not look anything special, but this is a pretty nice little area here actually, and I would quite like to maybe build off land for once. I think that would be the first time that I've ever built off land, so that might actually be a thing. But I've travelled around the edges of this just to see if I can find some cool stuff. We've already got some guys spawning in, so we're going to have to be a little bit quicker doing this, but hey ho. Not today. Not today. There we go. There's our spidery spawner. And can we take him down in time? Yes, we can. Oh, yes. We got ourselves another Yeta wrench. We've got a builder's wand, which come in very handy. Some mundane lengthening catalyst. Okay. Got some electrical steel. We have a shadow in case we decide to go pig racing. And we have our first music disc that is cats. That is very, very cool. So let's grab you. We'll put down the lecterns because we don't really need those. We've already got a Yeta wrench, so I'll grab these guys. Do we need... We need peanuts. Definitely need peanuts. We need nether quartz. We need a load of this. I guess I'll substitute the ginger and the coffee seed for the mundane, because we can find these quite easily anywhere anyway, so it's no real worry to me. And there is a dryad doing her thing. Doing her thing. Okay, let us keep our little mission to see if we can... What is that thing down there? That looks very interesting. I feel I need to go and poke it. Come on, guys, let's go and poke this thing with me. Maybe there's some good things. Who knows? That looks like a block of gold. Is that a block of gold? That is a block of gold. I feel I'm about to be trapped by something. What is... Can I just have it? Am I allowed to just take it? Oh, I haven't got a pickaxe to do it! I feel this is a trap. Why is that just disappearing so easily? Why is there redstone up there? What is happening here? I didn't think this had this sort of stuff in. Okay, let's get rid of our cinnamon plants, because they're fairly easy to come by. I love that I've already got a redstone lamp. That is the best thing. Is this redstone I can take? Are you just going to give it to me? This has to be some sort of trap. This cannot be real. I'm being joked here. Oh, can we get up here? Yeah, that's a block of redstone. That's definitely a thing. I don't think I can grab it with this, but that is definitely a block of redstone. And there's a block of gold there. And we've got all of these funky glowstone as well. Huh, Nice. Now, I really want the peanuts. We'll get rid of the wheat. Okay, we'll get rid of the wheat for the glowstone. We'll grab these two, and we'll just have to remember where this place is so we can come back and grab it in the not too distant future. If I am going to build along the beach, then maybe hanging around here is actually a good idea, because I quite like this area. We have the nice higher up trees, we have the gold, we have a swampy area just around here, and we have to the right of it a village, which could come in very useful as well. I do want to have a little bit more of a wander around just to see if we can find anything else that is remotely interesting. That is another village over there. Is that a village? Or is that just a house? That looks like a house. Oh, this place looks really cool on the map though. Look at this. Some sort of cool funky swamp. I don't think I could live in a swamp because I'm not much of a swampy person, but I would quite like to be near one of these type of places. And has this got... That's got a chest. That's got a chest. That's got rowan berries, a spruce, and an apple. Well, I will chow down on this apple thank you very muchly, please. And I will grab the rowan berries. Very nice. And we will go in this general direction. That looks like a world hole. That is a world hole. We're going to stay away from that for the time being. Remember that all the FTB packs, the 1.6 at the minute, are still currently test packs. So expect some unknown things to kind of pop out of nowhere now and then. That is most definitely a thing. And you will experience that probably many times while it's all being updated. There was an update for this pack today. And it's only really been out for, I believe, just over a week. So... yes, that is definitely a thing for the time being. I love all the work they've done with the adding all the lily pads and, you know, adding all this cool green algae stuff everywhere. It just looks really nice. It definitely adds a spice of life to Minecraft, which I guess you could say it was missing because it was starting to get a bit samey. So with the use of Biomes Plenty and all those cool bits, we've got a very nice mixture of cool generation of the terrain, and we have a cool area for all of these crops and things, which is nice. Okie dokie. Right, I think we have looked at most of the things that we're going to get from this area. I would like to make my way back to the beach, which was in this direction, and we will put down our bed and spend the first night in the stars having a nice sleep. There doesn't seem to be too many bad guys around at the minute, which is nice, so I'm guessing they're all chilling. I'm going to eat my seed of types, and we'll be back any second. Oh, and another thing that I did just notice is we have a nice Ars Magica 2 Essence Pond right here, right next to our golden block. This is the best thing. I'm going to lay down my bed right here. We're going to spend a night in the stars because I'm not leaving my gold block because I'm scared it's going to disappear. We're going to have a little bit of a sleep, and I think that's going to be a thing. Oh yeah, there we go, we're back. Although there's loads of bad guys everywhere, so we're probably not going to want to hang about, but that is going to be that for this episode, I believe, guys. I'm going to log out here, and I'll be back with episode 2 very shortly. Like I say, if you want to go download my world, feel free, that one came out a bit weird, to go and do that. It'll be in the description bar for you guys to check out. Don't forget to leave a like on this, guys, as it helps me and my channel out greatly, and it's just, you know, it's a nice thing to do if you support the channel. So I'll see you guys soon for another one. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one. And goodbye.